turning AI images into real art with no skills. Welcome to NextCore AI, your front row seat to the future. Have you ever walked through an art gallery, looked at some incredible painting, and just thought, yeah, I could never do that? For my whole life, I figured that creating real, beautiful, gallery-worthy art was some kind of special gift. It felt like a talent saved for a select few. You know, people with years of training, a natural eye for composition, and hands that could just magically put ideas onto a canvas. I don't have that gift. I can barely draw a stick figure, my sketches are strictly refrigerator door material, and the thought of mixing actual paints is just a lot. I pretty much accepted I would always be an admirer of art, never a creator. But it turns out I was totally wrong. What if I told you that this piece of art right here, something I'd be proud to hang in any room of my house, was made without a single ounce of traditional artistic skill? What if I told you it started not with a paintbrush, but with a few words I typed into a computer? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Here at NextCore AI, we cover how artificial intelligence is disrupting everything. And today, that disruption is hitting the art world. We're going to use a simple AI to dream up a stunning, one-of-a-kind image. And then, step by step, turn that digital file into a physical piece of canvas art that anyone, and I mean anyone, can create. The biggest barrier to creating art has always been skill. But we live in a wild time where technology is flipping the script on what it means to be a creator. So forget the years of practice, the expensive supplies, and all that self-doubt. Here at NextCore AI, we track the most explosive topics in artificial intelligence. And one of the biggest disruptions is happening in the world of creativity itself. Stick with me, and I'll prove that the only thing standing between you and a piece of art you'll absolutely love is a little curiosity and a few clicks. Let's make some art. Section 1. The Digital Spark. Generating our masterpiece. Alright, so the first step on this journey isn't a blank canvas, but a blank text box. We're starting in the digital world with an AI art generator. There are a ton of these autonomous tools out there now, and a lot of them are built specifically for beginners. You've probably heard of some like Midjourney, which is famous for its dreamy, stylized art, or Leonardo.ai, which gives you a lot of control and even some free credits to play with every day. For this project, I'm using a tool that's built right into a platform a lot of people already know, Canva's AI image generator. It's super user-friendly, and it lets you easily pop your creation to other designs if you want. The whole process is simple. You give the AI a prompt, which is really just a description of the image you want to create. This is where your creativity gets to shine, but it's a different kind of creativity. It's about painting a picture with your words. You're not just a user, you're a director, commanding a powerful, autonomous tool to execute your vision. We explore the bleeding edge of these tools every week, so if that fascinates you, make sure you're subscribed to NextCore AI. The prompt is everything. You can be super simple, or you can get incredibly detailed. You can talk about the subject, the style, the lighting, the mood, even the camera angle you want. The AI has seen millions of images, so it actually gets what you're talking about. For my piece, I want something that feels both classic and modern. I love the look of old-school botanical illustrations, but I want a futuristic twist. So I'm going to get specific with my prompt. I won't just say a flower, I'll be way more descriptive. Here's my prompt. A hyper-detailed botanical illustration of a bioluminescent orchid, glowing with ethereal light in a dark, enchanted forest. The style should be a mix of vintage scientific drawing and futuristic fantasy art, with intricate details, deep blues and purples, and a cinematic quality. Now I hit generate. Honestly, this part feels like magic. You just watch as these images appear out of thin air. The first few might not be perfect. Maybe the composition is a little off, or the colors aren't quite what I pictured. That's totally fine. Section 2. From pixels to print, preparing the canvas. Having a gorgeous digital image is cool, but holding it in your hands is a whole different feeling. This is where the world of algorithms and data we explore on NextCore AI collides with physical reality. To get there, we need to print it on canvas. This is the step that makes it feel like real, tangible art. And thankfully, this part is just as easy as the first. There are lots of online services that specialize in printing photos and digital art onto canvas. Companies like Shutterfly, Printful, or Canvas Pop are literally designed for this. They make the process incredibly simple. You upload your image, pick your options, and they handle all the professional printing and shipping. Okay, first things first, I need to download my AI-generated image in the highest resolution possible. This is super important if you want a crisp, clear print. Most AI generators have a high-quality download button. Once I have that file saved, I'll head over to a printing service. I'm using a popular one that shows me a preview of my final product as I go. The website walks me through all the choices. The most important one is the size. I want this piece to make a statement, so I'm thinking a larger format, maybe an 18 by 24 inch canvas. Next up is the wrap style for the edges. You can have the image wrap around the sides, or you can choose a solid color like black or white. I'm going with the image wrap. I think it gives the art a more continuous, immersive feel. There are other options too, like adding a floating frame, which can give the canvas a very polished, gallery-type finish. For this one, I'm keeping it simple with just the wrapped canvas. I want the artwork itself to be the star of the show. All that's left is to confirm the order. Section 3, the big question, but is it real art? So now that this canvas is hanging on my wall, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. This is where we get into the ethical chaos and risk we'd love to explore on NextCore AI. It's the big philosophical question hanging over this whole thing. Is AI-generated art real art? It's a huge debate happening in the art world right now, with strong arguments on both sides. On the other hand, a lot of people see AI as just the next step in artistic tools, kind of like how the camera was seen in its early days. Proponents argue that the human is still the artist. I was the one who had the original concept, I crafted the detailed prompt, and I curated the final image from all the options. The AI was my tool, my collaborator, an extension of my own imagination. The creativity is in the vision, the detailed directions, and the final selection. Recent guidance from the US Copyright Office gets right into this complexity. They've stated that works made entirely by AI without sufficient human input can't be copyrighted. However, if a person is significantly involved in selecting, arranging, or modifying the AI-generated material in a creative way, the final work might be eligible for copyright protection, though decisions are made on a case-by-case basis. Reports from early 2025 affirm that human authorship remains the central pillar of copyright law. They've also clarified that simply writing a detailed prompt is not enough creative input to claim authorship of the AI's output. CTA and conclusion. So we did it! We went from a simple idea, just a sentence typed into a browser, to a physical, beautiful canvas hanging on the wall. We've proved that you don't need to be some gifted artist to create something you're truly proud of. The tools are out there, and they're easier to use than ever. Is this journey about replacing human artists, or is it about empowering a new class of creator? That's the kind of question we tackle every week here at NextCore AI. This whole project has completely changed my perspective. I don't see art as this exclusive, out-of-reach thing anymore. I see it as a playground for ideas where technology can help us bring our wildest imaginations to life. The real art here is in the exploring, the experimenting, and the pure satisfaction of seeing your vision become real. So now I've got a challenge for you. What would you create? What's that? What's that image stuck in your head that you've always wished you could bring to life? Let me know in the comments below what prompt you would write. I'd honestly love to see what you come up with. And if you're ready for more jaw-dropping videos on job-killing robots, autonomous agents, AI wars, and the ethical chaos of our future, hit that subscribe button and join us on the front lines. Thanks for watching, and go make something amazing.